Genuine, yeah, I'm sick of being screwed. Feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah.
Hey fam, Ellen Trotter, personal trainer and online coach. Today I'm going to take y'all through a workout so we can stay quarantined during this quarantine. You can do this workout at home. It is body weight and it is AMRAP style, which stands for as many rounds as possible. We're going to be breaking this up into 5 different circuits. Each circuit has 3 exercises and you're going to be doing 5 reps of every exercise for 5 minutes. So I'm calling it the 5x5 AMRAP. The great thing about this workout is I've designed it so that the exercises progress week to week to week. So you can do this workout in the same format with the same time, 5 minutes around, 5 reps for every exercise. And you can do this for the next 5 weeks. And the thing that will change is the exercise will advance for every circuit. For week 1, we're going to start with the main movements at their most modified variation. And then you'll notice week to week, if you keep checking back in, that these exercises are going to progress week after week after week. So by the end, who knows? You might be doing some handstands. We'll see. Starting for this week, the one thing that you will need to do this workout is going to be something like sliders. So I know we're all stuck at home right now in quarantine, but if you have a towel, for a hardwood surface or tile surface, anything you can find, towels, a t-shirt, whatever you have that you can use to slide with. That's what you'll need for this workout today. This workout, this AMRAP 5x5, it's 25 minutes total of work time if you're working the whole 5 minutes. And then if you give yourself around a minute break in between each of your circuits, this workout will take you about 30 minutes. And that is usually what we do for our boot camps here in FitWorks. Definitely warm up. This is the workout and we want to warm up before you do your workout. So make sure that you hit a 5-minute dynamic workout, something that's going to get your heart rate up, get your sweat going. Make it a goal to sweat and do all of your main movements for at least 10 reps before you jump into your workout. You'll have a much better workout and prevent injuries that way. For your first circuit, the 3 exercises that you will start to rotate between are going to be squat, push-up, and a hip bridge. So for a squat, you want to keep your feet about shoulder width apart. Keep those shoulders pulled back, big chest. You're going to start by pushing your hips back and driving your knees out, making sure to keep the weight on your heels. You want to get that full range of motion. So we want to go about below our knees if we can while we're still keeping our back straight, and squeeze your butt to stand all the way up. So really focus on driving those knees out, especially as you're standing up. And squeeze your butt, keep that chest up the whole time. If you're having trouble leaning forward, you can put your hands behind your head to get some reps in. That will help, okay? So you'll start with 5 reps of that, so 5 squats. For your next exercise, we're taking it down to the ground. We're gonna hit push-ups. If you want a more in-depth tutorial on how to do a push-up, make sure you go watch my push-up tutorial. I will link that video on here for you. And now to do a push-up. Keep your hands below your shoulders. Really make sure you're engaging your core, squeezing your booty, and you're gonna have your elbows go back like an arrow, about 45 degrees, keeping your core tight, making sure your hips and chest move together at the same time. For your last exercise for this first circuit, we're going to go with hip bridges. So we're taking it back down onto the ground. You want to bring your heels in close towards your butt, and then we're going to drive through our heels and extend our hips up, really squeezing our booty, getting our hips up as high as we can, pushing through those heels and pushing our knees apart. Go through that circuit as many rounds as possible in 5 minutes, 5 reps for each of your exercises. For your next circuit, the 3 exercises that you'll be rotating between are going to be jumping jacks, knee grabs, and toe touches. Jumping jacks, I'm sure you know. Get your heart rate up. You're going to hit 5 of those as fast as you can. Then we're going to take it down onto the ground for knee grabs. This is a core exercise. Laying on the ground, keep your head and shoulders up. That way your core is engaged the whole time. Your heels are going to be on the ground. Sit all the way up, drag your heels in, grab your knees, take it back down, keeping those head and shoulders up. You want to make sure that when you go down for every rep, you're pushing that low back down into the ground and not swinging. So keep those hands below your chin and use all your core strength to sit up. If you need a modification for this exercise, make sure you go check out my other video that explains knee grabs. Now I'm just going to rep them out. For your last exercise, we're going to work on some balancing. So we're going to go toe touches. And you have options here. You can either stand on your foot for 5 seconds, maybe challenge yourself, give it a little bit longer if you're just staying with standing. Or if you have that balance down and you feel comfortable going into toe touches, however you can get down to touch your toe, we're going to go touch our toe. 5 times. For the extra challenge, don't let that foot touch the ground. But if you need to touch the ground in between reps to build up that balance strength, that's cool. If you cannot have your other foot touch the ground the whole time, try and get all 5 reps on one leg without having your other foot touch the ground. And again, maybe you're just starting with standing on this foot, maybe touch your nose 5 times. That's cool too, you're still working on balance. Woo! For your third circuit, the 3 exercises we'll be rotating between are going to be a bear crawl, reverse lunge, and this is the circuit that you'll need sliders with or towels or t-shirts, whatever you have to use on a hard surface. We're going to use these for ham curls. So for your first exercise, bear crawl, we're going to be taking it down on the ground. When you do a bear crawl, you want to make sure that your back is in a straight line, you have your core engaged, and we're going to keep our knees above the ground for about an inch. And since you guys are at home working in small spaces, we're going to go forward and backwards about 3 steps, 5 times. So I position myself, make sure my shoulders are over my hands, my knees are about an inch off the ground, and then I'm going to try and have my hand and feet move at the same time, and I want to go like opposite. So hand, left hand, right foot, right hand, left foot. So I'm going to go forward, backwards, and the whole time I want to pretend like I have a water bottle on my back or an egg on my back, and I don't want it to drop. So this is how I'm going to get my 5 reps in here, just moving forward and backwards, keeping my core still. For your second exercise, we're going to hit a reverse lunge. So standing in place, we're going to take a big step back, driving our back knee down towards the ground, keeping our chest up and making sure that our front knee doesn't track over our toe. We want to keep that front knee stacked over our ankle. So when I go to stand back up, I'm going to push through this front leg drive through my heel, stand all the way up, step back with my opposite leg, drop that back knee down towards the ground, stand up through my front foot, pressing through that heel. In this circuit, in this workout, anytime there's an exercise where you need to do 1 per leg, it's going to be per side. So for this, you would do 10 reps total. That's going to be 5 reps per leg in this circuit. For the third exercise, this is when you're going to need your sliders. So bring out your towel, your t-shirt, whatever you have, and find a hard surface. We're taking it down onto the ground. We're going to put our heels in the middle of whatever you have to use. And then we're going to raise our hips up off the ground. They're going to stay up off the ground the whole time. And we're going to curl our heels into our butt. Really hit our hamstrings. Keep your hips elevated, core nice and tight. Control it down. Curl your heels in. All right, guys, for your fourth circuit, you're going to want to make sure that you're by a wall that you can use. Make sure that this is a wall or a door that's sturdy and that you don't mind putting your feet on or your hands on. So the 3 exercises that we're going to go between. First one we're going to start with is plank shoulder taps. So down on the ground, plank position. Make sure your hands are underneath your shoulders. You can spread your feet for extra stability if you need to. We're going to go shoulder taps. So bringing my hand to my opposite shoulder. I don't want my body to rock. I just want my hands to move. So I'm squeezing my booty, I'm keeping my core nice and tight. And remember, anything that we do with 1 arm or 1 leg, it's going to be 5 reps per side. So 10 reps total. For our second exercise, we're gonna go wall sit. So find yourself a wall, slide down to get into a 90-degree angle with your legs. You still want to think of all the proper squat cues, so even though I have the wall for support, I'm still engaging my core, and each of these exercises are going to progress and get more advanced. So for this first week, I really want you guys to sit here, focus on getting that 90-degree angle, squeezing your booty and squeezing your core. I want you to squeeze your core as hard as you can for 5 seconds and stay up. And then for your third exercise, the last exercise we're going to do an inverted hold. So for this one, we're going to put our feet up on the wall and make an L with our body. I want you guys to really focus on keeping your core nice and tight and controlling your body as you get into this position and get out of it, because it is going to help build up your core strength. And then we're going to do some really cool stuff. Start with your back towards the wall. Put your hands down, step your feet up. So get to where your body is in an L position. Am I in an L? You want to keep your hands underneath your shoulders, and you want your feet flat against the wall, and then same thing like we did with that wall sit, I just want you to squeeze all your muscles for 5 seconds. We're just here and we are squeezing and we are holding. Press the floor away from you. Use those back muscles, squeeze your shoulder blades. Whew. And that is your fourth circuit. All right, almost done, guys. For your fifth circuit, the 3 exercises we're going to be rotating between are going to be scap push-ups, lateral lunges, and get-ups. So scap push-ups, we're going to be on the ground. Really, this is all focusing on our scapulas, our shoulder blades. So on the ground, keep your hands below your shoulders. Your arms are going to stay locked out. My butt is squeezed, my core is tight, and the only thing moving are my shoulder blades. So I'm going to squeeze my shoulder blades together, press them together, spread them apart. So that was 1 rep. I'm going to squeeze my shoulder blades together, press them apart as far as I can. So really getting connected with our shoulder blades there. This is so important on all of your upper body push and pulling movements. Key cues on this exercise. Since my shoulder blades are the only thing moving, notice how my hips aren't. So what you want to avoid on this is when you are going to make your shoulder blades touch, you don't want your hips to drop when you do that. So make sure you keep your booty squeezed, keep your hips up high. Only let your shoulder blades touch, spread them apart. For your second exercise, we're going to go lateral lunges. We want to hit all of our planes of motion. So taking a big step out to the side, I'm going to push my hips back. Make sure that my knee isn't passing my ankle or my hip. It's staying stacked above. And then focus on driving my hips back. Then I want to push through this heel, explode off of this foot. Hit all 5 reps on this side. Any per side exercise, any exercise for this workout when you need to do 1 arm or 1 leg, you're going to do 5 reps for both. So I'd hit 5 reps on one side and then go 5 reps on the other. Make sure you really explode off of that foot. And your third exercise for this circuit is going to be a get-up. This is one of my favorites. You start by standing up. You're going to use your body's momentum to help you roll all the way back up like a ninja. So start standing, roll, and when you roll, curl. Make sure that your low back is touching the ground. Go vertebrae at a time. Don't fall down, flop down. Control your body down. So you're really getting down into that squat. I'm going to start rounding so that I can have 1 vertebrae touch at a time, and then I'm going to use my momentum to help swing me back up. So my back is all still rounded, core is tight, driving through my heels. That was too slow. Driving through my heels to press back up. All right, guys, that was it for your AMRAP 5x5. Keep in mind that each of these exercises are going to progress and get more advanced week by week. So make sure you keep coming back, checking in to see what the next week's workout is. All right, guys, that is your 5x5 AMRAP. Make sure you're coming back and checking in with me every week to see how these exercises are going to advance and progressively get more difficult as you get stronger and you get more advanced. I'd love to know if you're doing these workouts at home with me. Make sure that you like, comment, share, do all the things. Hop into my DMs. I want to know, what's your favorite exercise? What are you most challenged by at this time in your home? I'm here to help. So like, comment, share.
Oh yeah, you know me, I have